Hey, this is Steve with Raybucks, and this is part of our Builder Kit series. We got another project that we're doing, so we're down in the garage. It's me, Sienna, and Blake, and Sienna's going to tell you what we are working on, and then we'll go through some of the tools, and then we'll get right into it.
We are building a fishing rod rack.
Absolutely. And what are we going to build it out of today?
Like wood.
Wood. It is wood.
It's a pallet.
It is. We're going to use another old pallet. You can see here on the floor we have some pallet wood. We already went through the breakdown process so that you guys don't have to watch that again. But we took part of a pallet, took a bunch of the wood off and a couple of the pieces, and that's what we're going to use for the rack. So this one's pretty easy to build. There are a bunch of different ways to build fishing rod racks. One piece, two piece, you could use wood, you could use a bunch of different things. Obviously, since we have the pallets, we're just going to use the wood. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take just a couple pieces of wood. We didn't even cut these down. These are just the length that they were. They're around 51 inches. We're going to use one piece as the backboard, one as the base. This one we're going to lay out some measurements and we're going to drill holes for the rods to go down through. And then this piece here we're going to cut in half. We're going to flip it up and set it right here and nail it in place. That way when we put the fishing rod down in there, the reel can rest right on it. Now the reel could rest right on this bottom piece, but we just thought it'd be nicer if it had like a little nub to rest on. It'll keep it kind of in place. The other option that you can do, if you have some of these, I just happen to have some, we're not going to use them for this project, are these conduit holders. This is an inch, 1 inch holder, I think. Ideally you would want probably about an inch and an eighth or an inch and a quarter. You really could just get one piece of wood like this and take one of these and screw it right to it. So if you screwed it to it like that, say we did it like that, you could just slide your fishing rod right down in there and the reel would rest right on that. So that would be another easy way to do it. Again, these are 1 inch. It seems like we need about an inch and an eighth or an inch and a quarter for these to all fit through, so we're not going to use these today. We're going to just make the whole thing out of wood. But that was just another idea that we had. And then we're going to put these little hooks on the back of this so that we can hang it on the wall. So that's what we're going to do, and here are the tools that we're using. You guys want to tell them the different tools?
A drill.
We're doing a drill. Mm-hmm.
Don't stick out.
Yep. What else? What goes with the drill?
A finished nail gun.
A finished nail gun. Mm-hmm. What goes with the drill that's down here?
A pencil.
Oh, we have pencils. We always have pencils. What was that?
A paddle pallet.
A paddle bit. Mm-hmm.
A paddle bit.
A paddle bit. The wooden paddle bit. And then what are these ones here?
This is also a type of bit.
Yep, it is another wood bit. That's a Forstner bit.
Forstner bit.
And we'll explain the difference between those in a second. Not everyone has the Forstner bits, but a lot of people have these wood bits at home, so you could use either one. What else do we have over here? What's this?
We have a square.
A square. Mm-hmm. What's the big red thing? A level.
A level.
Mm-hmm. And what about this over here?
A miter saw. Miter saw.
Yep. And what is that red one back there?
A circular saw.
A circular saw. This one is something most people might not have. It's another nice little Harbor Freight pickup.
Wood planer.
It is. It's a wood planer. We'll show you. You don't need that. I just happen to have it, so we're going to use it. And then this one is the router. And you want to show them the router bits? Again, you don't have to use the router or router bits, but we have them.
Router bits are a lot.
Yeah, so we have this little kit. So we're going to use a couple of these bits down here to maybe put like just a nice little smooth edge on the end of it. But you don't need that. So again, these are all the tools that we happen to have, so we're going to use them. But you can do this pretty much with some nails and a hammer and a drill and a wood bit. Like you don't need all this other stuff. We'll show you how we do this, and we'll do a little time lapse on it, and then again we'll show you the difference between these two bits. Actually, we'll probably do that first just so you see the difference. So what's going to happen, the traditional paddle bit like this is going to give you a decent hole, but these tend to splinter the wood on the other side when they come through. These Forstner bits give you a perfect hole. Like these ones give you a perfectly round hole. They center very easily, much more easily than the wood bits, and when they come out the other side, it gives you a nice clean edge. It doesn't splinter everything. So if you're going to be doing a lot of hole drilling in wood, I would definitely recommend picking one of these up. You can get it at like Home Depot or Lowe's or Harbor Freight or whatever. They're not that expensive. I'm going to say this kit was like 30 bucks or something like that. So that's the difference between these two. So you know what, instead of showing it, we're just going to jump into the project. Sienna's already starting to measure things over there. Blake has his tape measure.
I already measured it.
Yep, he's got his. Yep. So we're going to start measuring our holes, and we're going to drill them, and then we'll start nailing this thing together.
Here.
Right now. Okay, so we did a little bit of planing just to clean off the boards. Again, you don't have to do that. If you want to make it look a little bit nicer, you can use sandpaper, or you could paint it, you could stain it, you could do a lot of different things, or you could just leave it the way that it is. I just thought the kids would get you could spray paint it, I guess. I thought the kids would get a kick out of using the planer, so we just planed it a little bit. It still looks pretty rough. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay this out for our holes so they could be fairly evenly spaced. This board is, what'd you say it was, Sienna? 51 inches long?
It said 50.
50? It's about 50 inches long.
50 and a half.
50 and a half. Okay, so these are 50 and a half. What we're going to do is we're going to come in about 1.5 inches on the end, and then from there we're going to space it out 5¼ inches all the way across. And that should get us 10 holes, I think it is. So we're going to do that. I'm going to help Sienna. She's going to lay out all of our marks. We're going to get the square put on here, and then the level across it to get everything squared up, and then we're going to start drilling some holes. Okay, we're going to put a level across here. I measured off, so these boards are 3/4 inch. That's what Sienna and I were just measuring. So I measured 3/4 inch, gave myself a 1/4 inch gap, and then we're going to do 1 1/4 inch hole. So half of that is 3/4 inch. So I came in 1 3/4 inch total. So it gives me 3/4 plus 1/4 plus my 3/4. That's 1 3/4. And that's where we're going to put our line across, so we know the marks that we just put down, that's going to be our center mark for all of our holes. So we're going to use the level, just the straight edge. You could use a piece of wood, you could use a string line, you could use whatever you want. We happen to have the level here, so we're going to do it. You guys want to mark this? You want to get it set? Okay, so we have our markings. Blake, you want to show them what we did here? The little X's we put on it? Like here, 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 all the way down. So when Sienna and I measured, we measured across. And then when Blake and I measured, we measured this way, and that gives us our little mark. That way all of our holes are going to be right in a row. And that little crossing point, that little X is right where we're going to put the tip of the bit, and we're going to drill our holes. So we're going to get ready, and we're going to drill our holes right now. Yep. Yep. Keep going.
Can I? Like, I have to get some shoes. Oh, can we demonstrate?
Okay, there's the first hole. So you can see what I was talking about with the Forstner bit. This one we went through a little bit fast, but you can see there's next to no chipping or flaking or anything on the back side of the wood. It's a really clean hole. So we're going to go through, do the rest of them, and we're ready to start nailing this together. Okay, so we're going to take the router and we're going to go across the edge of this. This is going to be the little half piece that sticks up that holds the reels. You don't have to do this. We had the router, the kids were excited about it, so I thought we would just give it a shot. We're going to do this real quick. We're going to cut the board in half and then we're going to start nailing it together. Okay, Blake, are you ready? I'm going to turn it on and then you're going to hold it. Hold the other side of it. Okay, we have our 3 pieces. I didn't cut the side pieces yet. We'll do that at the end. You saw we just routed the end of this one. I measured down 2 inches and just cut this one in half. Spare you the time of me watching me do it. So this one's cut. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just nail all 3 of these together. We're gonna put this one on first, this one on next. We'll make 2 side pieces, and then we can put the hangers on and we'll be done. Okay, Sienna, let's do this.
Okay, so next, you're putting the hooks on it.
Well, we got to put the sides on. So there's the front, the back, the base, and we're going to make 2 little side pieces right here on either side. Probably don't have to, but I want to just to stiffen it up a little bit. So we're going to cut those, nail those on, put the hooks on,
This one?
and we're done. No, we're going to use this piece back here.
This one?
Actually, maybe we could use this piece.
Looks like it would fit.
Yeah, you know what, we will. We'll just use that piece. You want to grab a pencil? Where'd they go? Over there? Okay, we just finished it. We had a little bit of a break. We had something we had to go do. We came back, finished those last 2 pieces. There's the end of it. Tilt it a little bit so we can see it, Sienna. Look at that. See all the holes in it? And you know what? Let's get a fishing rod. We'll stick a fishing rod in it, see what it looks like.
Okay.
Perfect.
Doesn't that make sense? We need the hooks still.
Look at that. It's perfect though. That's exactly what it was supposed to be like. It's going to rest right on there. If you have extra reels, you could just stick the reel right here. The reel is set right in this slot. You're all good to go. So we're going to get it mounted on the wall and we'll show you what it looks like.
Here's a finished fishing rod rack.
Yep, this is the finished fishing rod rack. We mounted it on the wall. These guys wanted to show it to you. We mounted this a little bit higher because we break our reels in half when we put them away. So we could also put stuff down on the bottom part of the wall and lean it against there. It's not going to take up the whole wall. So that's it. Just want to show us what it looked like. And these guys did a great job. Hope you guys like the channel. Please subscribe, comment on it. Let us know what else you want us to work on. Any other projects, we'd be happy to take them on. Thanks for watching.